Happy summertime, friends, and welcome to the June episode of LMT Soundbites, LMT's original podcast. I'm Becky Tyre. The temperatures are rising, and the news was heating up this month across the industry. Let's take a look at some highlights from the June-July issue of LMT. New data reveals that dental professionals are 50% more likely to suffer from tinnitus than the general population due to constant exposure to high-frequency noise from handpieces and other equipment. It's the left ear most at risk due to the standard positioning of right-handed tools, according to a study in the January 2025 issue of the Journal of Occupational Medicine and Toxicology. According to Michael Clark, dental lab handpieces present similar hearing risks to technicians. Plus, so many technicians are wearing headphones all day at the bench, even though the CDC recommends wearing them for only 90 minutes a day at no more than 80% volume. Clark is the founder of MB Clark Companies, which helps business owners with the insurance component of their employee compensation. The company is now offering a comprehensive hearing health plan for employees via Tuned. For less than $2 per employee per month, Tuned offers a comprehensive hearing health benefit that includes clinically validated virtual hearing screenings, virtual consultations with licensed audiologists, and zero copays for over-the-counter hearing devices. The plan also features custom programming for AirPods, access to tinnitus management apps, and high-grade hearing protection gear such as loop earplugs. The first step for employees is completing a pre-screening through Tune's mobile-friendly platform, which includes a hearing test and a brief questionnaire to assess hearing challenges and risk factors. These preventive resources make it easy to detect concerns early and support long-term hearing wellness. If a hearing loss is identified, Tune's audiologists will work directly with members to find the best solution based on their needs and preferences. Elizabeth Herr, the Director of Strategic Accounts and Partnerships at Tuned, says hearing loss is the third most common chronic physical condition and it affects all ages. For example, the headphone generation includes 1.5 billion people ages 12 to 35 at risk of permanent, avoidable noise-induced hearing loss. For older adults, those with even mild to moderate hearing loss are 5 times more likely to slip and fall. We offer a lot of preventive strategies that can significantly help people. For more information, visit mbclarkcompanies.com. The exocad America Excellence Center opened in Wakefield, Massachusetts in March. Beth Collington, the president of exocad America, says, the 4,900 square foot center features state-of-the-art computers and AV equipment and will offer educational seminars for exocad users, trainers, and industry partners, and provide a dedicated space for learning and collaboration, all to support the digital workflow. Alariza Tavasoli, the Senior Business Development Manager for the exocad US team, was instrumental in developing the curriculum. For more information and upcoming courses, visit exocad.com. Denmark-based Elos Dental has opened a U.S. office and warehouse in Memphis, Tennessee, allowing the company to provide direct distribution to all U.S. states, eliminating customs delays and tariffs, as well as offering improved technical support and service. Terry Raffleson Pilato, the Sales and Business Development Manager for North America, says, this milestone underscores our dedication to making Elos Dental solutions more accessible and responsive to the needs of our U.S. partners and customers. For more information, visit elosmedtech.com. A big thank you to everyone who joined us last month at Lab Day West. More than 1,600 of you came out to Garden Grove, California to browse the latest innovations in an intimate, friendly environment. As with any Lab Day event, the opportunities for education were plentiful. 143 exhibits, 100 concurrent seminars, and a variety of tabletop demonstrations. In addition, the show provided the ultimate opportunity for networking, bringing together technicians, suppliers, and industry experts in a welcoming space that encouraged conversation and collaboration. Catch up on all the news from the show in the June-July issue of LMT, and mark your calendar for next year when Lab Day West returns to the Hyatt Regency Orange County on Friday and Saturday, May 15th and 16th. I'll see you there. Data breaches have been all over the news lately, and labs are not exempt. From implementing surveillance systems to protecting digital data, adopting security measures can help shield your laboratory from both physical and cyber threats, and even enhance operational efficiency and reduce insurance costs. Associate editor Laurel Carbonell and senior editor Mary Beth Marsico highlight 8 strategies for ensuring a safer environment for your business. Number 1, increase building security. Laboratory owners use a variety of strategies to keep their building and employees secure, including lighting, motion detectors, alarm systems, and exterior cameras. For example, after a string of thefts and vandalism, Ray Dental Studio in Kent, Washington set up 9 exterior cameras. Lab manager Tuan Ta says, "We're in a bit of a sketchy area, and things have gotten worse since COVID. We had at least 5 break ins. They took some tools and implant drivers, but left things like our expensive computers." In the event of an intrusion during work hours, his lab also keeps pepper spray at the front desk, and a few employees legally carry firearms. Other labs have similar safeguards, such as tasers or panic buttons, that can be activated through the lab's security system. Number 2, consider interior cameras. Cameras inside the lab bolster security and theft prevention, but can also serve as documentation for incidents that might require it. For example, Cindy and Kevin Kelly, owners of 5280 Creations in Thornton, Colorado, installed cameras after a tense custom shade appointment in which the patient was not only verbally abusive, but claimed she had been pushed. Cindy says, although it was later determined the patient was suffering from cognitive issues, we decided it would be a good idea to install ring cameras in the shade room, as well as the front entry and ceramic room. Owner Mike Farrago enlisted his IT consultants to design a camera system at Concord Dental Laboratory in Westford, Massachusetts, that includes 30-plus cameras with a few 360-degree cameras in larger spaces. It cost approximately $45,000 to install. In addition to enhancing security, he points out the interior cameras offer other benefits as well. For example, team members can monitor mills and printers without leaving their workspace. Also, the camera over the lab's shipping area creates a visual record of every case being packed and unpacked, which is helpful if a client says something is missing from the packing box. Number 3, restrict access within the lab where necessary. Concord Dental Laboratory also has an access control system that requires codes to enter specific areas of the lab. Doors that require codes include the one between the waiting area and lab, so visitors can't just let themselves into the lab, into the accounting area and Farrago's office in order to secure private employee and financial information, and all IT and electrical closets to prevent tampering and record access. Number 4, thwart employee theft. While the majority of employees are honest, there is the occasional story that gives a lab owner pause. Automated inventory control systems, or safes, to store alloy or other expensive materials aren't unusual, but keep in mind it's not only those things that can be stolen. Cindy Kelly says, "We suffered a time card theft. We had been allowing a long-time, trusted employee to work Sunday through Thursday. One Sunday morning, Kevin stopped by the lab and she wasn't there, although she had been clocked in for hours." This prompted Kelly to look back at time cards and compare them to when the employee had used her alarm code to enter the building. It turns out she was consistently clocking in from home on the phone app employees used at the time. Kelly says, "It represented a loss of thousands of dollars, and I only went back a year and stopped because we had enough evidence. We terminated her, but opted not to press charges. This was a real eye-opener, and we had to try hard not to be cynical with other employees because of it." Employees now only use an iPad at the lab for clocking in and out. Another option? Some payroll apps use geolocation services to ensure employees can only clock in from the lab location. Think a cyber attack can't happen to you? Think again. Scott Rule from the Seabright Agency National Dental Laboratory Insurance Program says, just because it hasn't happened to your lab yet doesn't mean it won't. Consider this sobering statistic. 61% of small businesses had a breach in the last year, according to a recent study by Prevail. Here are strategies to help safeguard your laboratory. Number 5, purchase cyber insurance, either a standalone policy or a rider. When Utah Valley Dental Lab was hit with a ransomware attack 5 years ago, CEO Jim Thacker was very happy the lab had purchased a standalone cyber insurance policy. His insurance company took over as soon as he discovered the attack. It negotiated with the hackers, covered the ransom fee, and helped get the lab up and running in a week and a half. Thacker says, "Without the insurance and its team of experts, I don't know what we would have done." You can also get cyber insurance as a rider to your existing business liability insurance. For example, Archworks Dental Lab in West Linn, Oregon, has had cyber virus and malware coverage as an add-on since 2019, and it covers business income loss during the period of restoration after a cyber attack, digital ransom and extortion threats of up to $25,000 per year, and electric data protection for cyber attacks, fire, floods, and other natural disasters up to $100,000 per year. Atira Casburn, the lab manager, says, "We've heard horror stories of healthcare companies as well as other labs that had ransomware attacks. Considering how much our business relies on computers and our cloud-based software, it makes sense to be protected." Rule is encouraging his lab customers to purchase coverage as the number of cybercrimes continues to increase. He says, "I recommend laboratories purchase a standalone policy or riders with $100,000 to $2 million coverage limits, depending on the number of employees and gross revenue." Number 6, focus on internal security measures. Make sure your firewall and antivirus software are up to date. Another safeguard, adding two-factor authentication for logging into computers or any programs that house sensitive data. This works by requiring two different verification methods, usually a password and then a one-time code sent to a mobile phone, to prevent unauthorized access. In fact, some cyber insurance policies require that two-factor authentication is set up. Some laboratory owners hire a managed service provider to implement and advise them on best security practices and, if a cybercrime occurs, help put the pieces back together. Leslie Gaynor, the operations executive at Simpson Dental Trends in Lee's Summit, Missouri, says, "We spend about $465 a month to have our MSP handle our server and make sure it's secure and properly backing up our data. The company also helps with our IT issues." Number 7, implement offsite or cloud backups. Jerry Regal, CDT, the CEO of Regal Dental Lab in Champaign, Illinois, recently implemented an upgraded remote server to create daily, immutable backups of the lab's data, meaning they can't be modified, deleted, or overwritten after they are created. Regal says, "If we're hacked, our IT company can simply restore the backup from the previous day and patch any bugs. An added bonus of using an offsite server is we're not in trouble if there is a fire or weather-related event at the lab." Number 8, be vigilant with emails. Since so many cyber attacks originate from emails, everyone in the laboratory needs to be cautious of emails with suspicious attachments or those that ask for sensitive information. Thacker says, "Scammers are getting more sophisticated, and spurious emails are looking more and more authentic. I get spoof emails almost daily from fraudsters pretending to be employees asking for bank information. It's a constant education process with our employees to keep our data secure." Have you had any issues with security at your lab? Let us know. You can connect with the full editorial team at lmtmag.com, and be safe out there. These summer days are long, but the hours are short. Trying to get some continuing education in between camp drop-off and packing for vacation? WebCE, powered by LMT, makes it easy to fit in when and where you can. Webinars are sponsored by various manufacturers and suppliers on a variety of hot topics and are available on demand or live on select Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you visit lmtmag.com/webinars to see what's coming up. We've also got other industry events happening all summer long. Check out the full list on lmtmag.com/events. And while you're up there, be sure to catch up on any episodes of LMT Soundbites you might have missed. We've got a whole year's worth of episodes at lmtmag.com/podcast. Thanks again for spending some time with me here on LMT Soundbites. Stay cool out there this summer and make some memories. Keep up the hard work.